Thanks so much, Jillian, for being with me. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Welcome to SAS. Why is it important for you to be here?
Because people like yourself are here. That's why. Because the younger generation of leaders, they're here.
Yeah.
And quite honestly, I think my generation appreciates, I was just talking about this, that we're simply stepping stones to something greater than ourselves. That's you guys. You guys are going to quite literally inherit the earth. And we want to be here to tell you the mistakes we made, the things that worked, and allow you guys to innovate on the lessons we've learned that hopefully we can pass on.
Why was it important for you to get involved in this conservative movement? I think historically people would look at someone like yourself and assume this is just another Democrat liberal from Hollywood. So what happened? What was the pivotal turning moment for you?
I mean, the world went insane. We were just chatting about the fact that I ended up on CNN last night, and as you know, these marijuana fields were just raided by ICE. And CNN is focused on the fact that farm workers have been hurt by ICE. And I just looked at them and I was like, can I shine some light on this for you? What the other side is thinking. They're deeply alarmed about the fact that children, undocumented, unaccompanied, likely trafficked minors are working at a marijuana farm. Little perspective. So how do you not fight that fight? You tell me.
Yeah.
I certainly didn't mean to sign up for this. I was selling lunges to anybody and everybody who would buy them.
Yeah. Very successful at it, by the way.
I didn't mean it, but I feel like I had no choice. If you are a global citizen and you're watching the fabric of civilization unravel for one reason or another, you kind of got to do your part to step in and start communicating.
Right. Yeah, and I think more and more people are doing that. You see all of these people. Lee Allen Baker comes to mind really quickly because she's from the Disney Channel, right? And she had this huge platform, and then she's like, the world has gone insane, and I have to do my part to try and save the country. And so I think a lot of people are doing that, and they've really stepped up, especially after the last election, right? And so what's your thoughts on everything that's happening in the current administration and all the work that's being done? What are your thoughts?
Listen, I'm a person that calls balls and strikes. I'm not a partisan person.
Okay.
And I like to label myself as an independent because I think that the independents are going to help shape the narrative, and they won't let things get too crazy on either side because everybody knows their vote's up for grabs.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that people are like, that you're not a true conservative. Maybe not. If you and I align on 7 out of 10 things, but we're still having a conversation and still sharing ideas and still opening our minds and our hearts to each other, and I would bet we share a common goal across the board, 10 out of 10, despite the fact that we may disagree on how to get there. That's what's so important. So with Trump, look, there are things that I'm like, wow, that's impressive. To be truthful, I actually think what he's doing in the Middle East is incredible. I don't agree. I happen to love Dave Smith, but I don't agree with him here. And I think I called very early on that this was not going to become a forever war, that he has been saying this stuff about Iran forever, that I personally don't want to see Iran get a nuclear weapon.
Yeah.
I really don't trust the fact that they have 60% enrichment and they're creating detonators, and I don't feel great about that. And listen, if he's expanding the Abraham Accords, and he does eventually facilitate a ceasefire and a greater expansion of peace in the region, I'm for it. So far, I haven't seen anything that I'm alarmed about. I actually think it's kind of brilliant. I'm not sure about his trade strategy. He's been incredibly aggressive with tariffs, which is slightly scary. I can't tell you that I think the approach is ideal because I truly don't know. But the fact that he is going, there are asymmetries, we've got national security problems, and we've hollowed out our working class, those are real problems that every other president kicks the can down the road.
Right, so at least there's some effort to try and figure it out, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think he's taking it on, and I'm truly impressed by that, I'll be honest. Now, listen, some of the stuff I don't like. I don't like selling pardons. Not into it. Don't like it.
Do you think the Chrisleys bought their pardons?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of do. It's like,
I'm excited they're coming back to TV, though.
That's fair. I appreciate that. There are things he does that I release the list. You know,
Now that is a big one. I agree.
And the reason it matters, I was arguing this again on CNN, which seems insane. Like, why do you care? Why do you care about this list? As though you just want to be like catty. Because elites are not allowed to protect elites. And if there is an intelligence connection, you're not allowed to sexually traffic children to pull on levers of power. That should be a no. And by exposing it, one would hope it would never happen again. So I think it's disappointing. I would like for that to happen. So listen, on a scale of 1 to 10, give him a 7. There are things he does, as mentioned, that I'm like, ugh, no. And then there are things he does that I'm like, wow, that was courageous. That was brilliant.
Yeah.
I don't disagree with my wife all the time.
There you go. Well, and I think it's just, being open to trying new things and seeing how they pan out. And if they work, then that's great. And if not, we learn and we go to the next thing. And I think that's what a lot of people are doing. Saw you on Gutfeld last night. Great job. I enjoy seeing you make your rounds on cable. So it's been great seeing you everywhere and get involved. So I appreciate you doing this. Thank you so much.
Oh my gosh, it was an absolute pleasure. Thank you for having me, sweetheart. All right.